Morning, y'all. This is a video about the utter incompetence of the Biden administration. Peter Doocy asked Karine Jean-Pierre why the government was approving 160 something $1 million for Lebanon immediately, but was waiting for aid to victims of Helene in North Carolina till Congress comes back next month. And she said, that is misinformation. It's not misinformation. Biden just signed a deal giving 160 something $1 million to Lebanon because Israel had attacked them. Hello, Lebanon, Hezbollah in Lebanon was attacking Israel. You think they're not going to attack back? What kind of drugs are you on? And why are we sending aid to Lebanon instead of sending it to Israel and telling Israel to give it to them? Just blows my mind. The utter incompetence. And then for Karine Jean-Pierre to say that there's millions of dollars for the people in North Carolina, they just don't want it. They won't come get it. What bullshit. There are numerous reports on YouTube. There are channels on YouTube showing that FEMA is not there up in the mountains. This is an actual call that took place last week. A lady was in her house. Her house is basically, from what it sounded like, falling down around her. And FEMA got to a road closed sign and called her and said they couldn't make it. And she said, why? She said, because there's a sign that says the road is closed. And the lady told them, just go around the sign. I'm not at the part where the road is closed. They said, no, we can't do that. If there's a road closed sign, we have to turn around and go back. That's the kind of bullshit the people in North Carolina are putting up with. And then Karine Jean-Pierre says it's not happening. That's just so insane because there are numerous reports. Although the mainstream media is not reporting what's going on the ground, they evidently don't care about the people in Western North Carolina. Now, why would I say that? Because the majority of Western North Carolina is Republican. And David Axelrod said as much. He said, Asheville is a dot of blue in a sea of red, which means the Democrats will go in and help the areas in Asheville, which are blue, which means they're Democrat, but the areas around it, if they need help, well, this is just so sad and so crazy that our government is showing such disrespect for the American people and showing that they don't care about you if you're a Republican. So I heard also reports that said that there are people on the ground that are trying to help. This was a interesting report from a YouTube channel. The guy owns a package delivery service and he uses drones. And he puts up one drone, programs, puts the program in the drone, the little drone, puts that up on above the mountain. Then the other drone picks up the package and goes up to the mountain and delivers it to somebody's driveway. Well, Mayor Pete Buttigieg put a TFR, which means total flight restriction, and said, we don't want people with drones and other aircraft up there unless we know about them. Think about that for a minute. Then also said that in order for these people with package delivery drones to deliver the goods up in the mountains, they need to know the name of the person they're delivering to and the address. There's no cell service in the mountains right now. There's no internet service. There's no water. There's no food. And these people that have the package delivery services have to put in a crossroads near the house where they're going to and take and just drop it in the road in front of that house. But Mayor Pete says, no, you have to have the address and the person's name. How the hell are they going to get the person's name when there's no cell service and no internet? Now, thanks to Elon Musk, he's sending Starlinks so that these people up there can have internet. But you know what? The government is intercepting them, saying, we will deliver them to the people we want to have them. That's just bullshit. If Elon Musk sends Starlinks to go in the mountains so that the people can say, yeah, here's where I live at, I have no food, no water, why is the government taking those and locking them away for people they want to have them? That's just utter bullshit. And this is the things that the people in North Carolina are dealing with from the Biden administration. And then for Karine Jean-Pierre to sit there and say it's not happening is more bullshit and more lies from her mouth. There are 30 reports on YouTube alone. I live in Montana, and it comes up on my YouTube feed. So if 30 come up on my YouTube feed in Montana, how many for real is happening in North Carolina? Think about that. How many is really happening when on my YouTube feed in Montana, I get 30 reports, 30 channels rather, that are covering it. Also, there's been numerous reports that there are dead bodies on the banks of the river because they're short on body bags. General Michael Flynn was talking about this over the weekend. He said it baffles his mind that the 82nd Airborne is 3 hours away and they haven't called them up to pre-position assets. They haven't done it. You know, we're going on like 10 days after the fact. See, I used to live in Florida, and for all of the faults of Florida, they do hurricanes right. 3 days before the hurricane is going to make landfall, they pre-position assets. They put assets in place 2 hours away from where the hurricane is going to hit. And so immediately after the hurricane passes, the assets are there, the electric trucks are there, the crews are there, and they can just go to work and start repairing the down electric lines and stuff. That's the way it should be done. You pre-position the assets beforehand. Now there's a guy on YouTube, I did not catch his name, but what he does is he delivers loads with his hotshot truck for FEMA during these times. And he said what usually happens is that within 2 hours away, there's travel trailers and um, bulldozers and stuff to be moved from the um, I'll call it a position point in to get stuff moved out of the way. He said they have pre-positioned stuff in Chicago. Chicago is 600 miles away. So, well, not 600. It's about 6 hours. But he said there are no loads. He showed on the 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 load board screen on his iPad. He typed it in and it come up with one load in Chicago going near Asheville. One load. It just baffles my mind how the government is treating these people. These are Americans. Americans should come first. Americans should come first. I'm not against sending aid over to people overseas that need it, but take care of us first. That's what America First is all about. It's about taking care of America first and then dealing with people overseas. I think that makes a lot of sense. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you for watching. Take care.